Brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Good morning. Welcome to Mornings at the Cabin. Wheeler with you on your Wednesday morning, joined by our not very frequent co-host, Chrissie Carrigan. What's up?
By your nemesis?
Nemesis. Very good. I don't think that you do that with that word, do you?
I don't know.
Nemesis.
We'll have to ask Ollie, but he's not here.
Yeah,
He's probably
well.
changed that intro, hey?
Yes.
Mornings at the Cabin with Jesse.
With just Jesse.
Just all alone.
No one else wants to be on this show. And that is fair, because I talk at people, not with them.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that this morning, actually.
That I talk at people?
Yeah, I was like, I can't wait to go in. I can't wait to go in the morning and
Be talked at.
to be talked at, yeah.
Why are you here?
So many reasons, Jesse.
You haven't been here in a few weeks. It's been weeks.
Is the bird still playing? The bird's still playing.
Oh, the bird plays throughout this entire thing. We do this little 2-minute intro, and then we let people know what's going to happen, and then or we don't, depending.
Okay, I'm here because I got a call out, which I heard third hand from someone. Said I was listening to Cabin Radio this morning, and I heard I don't want to play slow pitch against Chrissie Carrigan. What?
It filtered through a few people. I think that's paraphrasing. I think what I
Should
said
we pull out the podcast? Because I'm pretty sure that's verbatim.
I might have said something to that effect, but with like so much respect, though, like not like I don't want to play with her because she's an awful person. It was
Like
more
against me.
I don't know if I want to play against her because like she's really competitive.
Yes, surprisingly not really at slow pitch, though.
Really?
Yeah.
You take it pretty easy, eh? But you are A division. Let's come back to it.
Yeah.
We got some big rack coming up. Albatross, Mornings at the Cabin with Chrissie.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Mornings at the Cabin, Wheeler and Lecture with you on your Wednesday morning, joined by Chrissie Carrigan to talk a little slow pitch and also just to hang out. She has been here in a long time, and she's already expressed a few opinions that I would deem borderline offensive.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
We won't share any of them on air because, like I said, offensive. It's fine. But one of the reasons you are here, what spurred this visit, since you haven't been here in weeks, is that you heard we were talking smack about you yesterday on the show.
Yeah.
During our slow pitch chat.
Yeah, my ears were burning.
Your ears were burning because someone told you.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. You would get away with talking smack about so many people if people didn't talk about it. You're good.
We're having
don't
technical
lean
issues
over
this
here.
morning.
People can't see that.
Fisticuffs. Yeah.
Well, fisticuffs.
My little birds. My birds that are out in the world.
Yeah.
You know.
You're like the Varys of Yellowknife. You've got little birds everywhere.
Oh, that was a good tie-in.
I know.
Getting all Game of Thrones on.
That's right.
There.
It's coming up this Sunday. I can't wait. All right.
Did you get HBO specifically? Because did you not have it?
I'm probably going to sign up for Crave. Usually we would just download it the next night, but I'll probably sign up for Crave this week. What I'm worried about is that Crave is going to be overloaded and it's going to suck to try to stream it.
Right, the stream will be slow or it'll skip or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that would be a bummer.
Anyway,
do you have Crave?
Wait a second. Back to slow pitch.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, let's
Good
not get
Lord.
away here.
Let's not get off track right away. Let's wait and then get off track.
Okay, so what did your birdies tell you?
Well, I was making my coffee in the old staff kitchen.
Not listening to Mornings.
Not listening to Mornings at the Cabin.
Well,
again.
you can't listen every morning.
What? Why?
I think you can.
Well,
That
yeah,
might be one of our liners. You can listen every morning.
You literally can listen
yeah, but
every
you have to
morning.
do a different line reading. You'd be like, you can listen every morning.
You could listen
I
every morning, in
suppose.
theory.
Anywho, she told me that she heard my name on the radio, and I
Can
said,
I just say that your hair looks great this morning?
"Thank you."
Yeah, you look really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See, you just gotta make them. You gotta make them want more. You gotta stay away. You gotta play hard to get, and then you come back and they give you compliments.
So they said they heard you on the radio, and you said what? Sorry, thank you. Well,
Thank you.
Well,
Oh my
I
God.
said, of course, you
What
heard
else
about
am I
me on the
gonna talk
radio.
about?
I'm very famous and very important. That these idiots talk about me in the morning. Yes, she said it was something about slow pitch, and I said, "Who? What?" and then I sent a message, an angry message to the lines. You can listen every morning, and you can send angry messages via Facebook Messenger.
That's right.
every
Or the
morning.
rant line.
Yeah.
The rant line.
675-0100.
A rant would have been great, like a
That would've
heat
been
of the
great.
moment.
Yeah,
Chrissie Carrigan rant on the rant line.
If my phone wasn't broken, the audio literally doesn't work, I would have done that next time.
Because you sound like now if you were enraged yesterday, it sounds like you've kind of
I just
dealt with it a
you
little.
know, I
You
was
simmered.
I was actually more I was more intrigued about my somehow affiliation as like a representative of competitive slow pitch.
You
like,
are you're A League, man. You're A. What is it?
Yeah,
A,
but I
B
mean, like,
division.
there are
A division,
so
yeah.
many more characters in A division that could be propped up as kind of the, you know, the arbiter of competitiveness in Yellowknife slow pitch.
Yeah,
Wait,
but none of them
Come on
are
the show.
involved.
That's fair.
So,
That's fair.
we have to pick what we have
That's,
and what we can get.
You are our most athletic link
That's right.
here in Cabin Radio.
That's right.
oh god,
So-
it's a lot of pressure.
Oh, Scott, you play
But
hockey.
somehow, yeah, that's. I think that's
Yeah, but we're talking slow pitch. Stay on topic.
We're talking softball.
also interesting that you're going to deem me the most athletic connection, but yet was not recruited to play on the slow pitch team.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, we know where you play, Chrissy, and this is what we were kind of talking about yesterday because I'm linking it back to me, which I like to do. Is that I was looking at the list of people and being like, I don't know that I want to play in A division because I can't. I can ball. But
I know because I tried to get you to sub so many years when I was running.
I know. I remember having I remember knowing you via your phone number before I
You were
ever
like,
met you.
Who the hell is this girl and why is she
It's
harassing
like,
me
can
to
you
play
sub? Can
slow
you sub?
pitch?
Can you sub? I was like, I can't. But I was thinking it back to me because I was saying that like I don't want to play A, but I don't want to play like super D.
Yeah,
Super D.
This isn't just D.
Double D.
Super D.
Normally, I'm all for double D.
That's where it came. Me too. That's where it came up. Where I was just like, see, I don't want to play against Chrissy because that's just going to be really competitive and not.
You know
as
what?
fun.
You know, oddly enough, though, and I'm not sure if this is your experience.
You are odd. Yes.
Yes, thank you. It can actually it actually gets really competitive down in C and D. Like I've subbed for some teams down there.
Well,
and
because
I've played-
everybody's drunk.
well, and no one knows what they're doing, so
That's
people
the
get
problem.
angry.
That's right.
Yeah, no,
See, that's what I'm kind of worried about.
sorry to anyone who's in C or D. But you know, it's almost like if you don't, I think it's the same in hockey. Like almost the lower you get, kind of the more
Aggressive,
chippy and
Yeah,
more,
yeah,
you
it
know.
can
And
be,
it's
yeah.
kind of the same in slow pitch. Like
Yeah.
the less people understand the game, the kind of more all over the place it is, and the more upset people get about it.
Right.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, in A, people might chirp back and forth, or you know, people try hard, but it doesn't have that same level of like
Yeah.
anger
Right.
and confusion.
Yeah, a very normal baseball play will occur, and someone who doesn't know any better is like, "Well, that's not fair."
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's how you play.
That's how you
literally
play.
the game.
That's,
Yeah.
that's just how that goes.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But I mean, you've played on the same slow pitch team for years now, have you not?
Yeah, I mean, we've changed names or we've had different sponsors, but actually, drama.
Oh.
Drama.
Oh.
I believe this year the Wham Dingers have split up.
What?
The Wham Dingers.
Yeah.
So there's
Well, that was.
tragic.
I mean, there was many iterations. Like
Tragic.
prior to me, they were the McKeggers. That was before I ever came here.
Yeah.
And then they were what were we? The Monkey Tree for a little while.
Yeah,
and then
I played when they were the Monkey Tree.
Yeah, the top of the world Wham Dingers because they were our sponsor. But it's evolved. But now you know, like the team is kind of doing a little bit of a split ski. But you know that happens. There's an evolution.
So now there's just one team in A division that's going to play against itself.
Yeah, right. Just-
Okay.
Yeah, or one giant team of like 50 people, and then
Yeah.
every day you
They just have
decide-
scrimmages every day.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, but
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. That's
Anyways.
that is earth-shattering news.
Oh my
God.
God, life will never be the same.
Well, Chrissy, in that case,
Yeah,
we've got a 40-plus person group chat for the Cabin Radio Slow Pitch
That's right.
team.
I love it.
Yeah,
And there's room
join
for
the group
41.
chat.
You were very correct in your assertion yesterday, though, that like a roster of 40 is about what you need to
Yeah,
field
to
a
get
team
those
throughout
games,
the
yeah.
season. Because you know, at the beginning, yeah, everyone's all like, "Yeah, slow
Yes.
pitch," and then you hit like end of July, and
The-
people are like, "I have other things I want to do."
The dog days of mid-June.
Yeah, or
When you've
people
already
are like,
played 15 games.
Yeah. People are burnt out.
Exactly. Or people are like, I want to go literally do anything else with my evening other
Yeah.
than be at the ball diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But I mean, especially if we want to play any tournaments.
That's right.
You're going
You need
to
those
especially
players. You
need
need
that
those
big
players.
roster. Of
Tournaments are
extra.
the fun part.
Tournaments are the fun part.
Oh,
for
man.
Sure.
The regular
Just
season
don't
game.
play regular season and
play the
just go
tournaments.
in
Yeah, yeah.
tournaments.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
the fun part.
Don't try and sway the Cabin Radio Slow Pitch team like that. We need encouragement.
You need
We
leadership. That's what
nurturing.
you need.
We do need leadership.
It's
So,
not. Don't look at me.
Oh,
Turn your eyes away from me.
I'm going to draft up a contract. Slide in front of you. If you happen to sign it, that's great.
That's right.
We'll just let you do what you're going to do.
The slow pitch wars start now.
A morning show without a podcast is like a poorly crafted simile. It just doesn't make sense. This is the Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Carrigan, you're a little worse for wear this morning.
Man, I haven't been coming in at all, but took a long break from the old alcohols.
Yeah.
Long break. And
last night you just blew out the tanks.
had a couple brewskis last night. Yeah, a couple of draft brewskis. Also, really felt like it had been a long time since I had tasted the multitude of offerings from the brew pub, and so had flights.
Okay.
Yeah. That would do it.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. Tonight, I know this isn't Cabin Sports Radio, but we're going to talk about it anyway. Stanley Cup playoffs start tonight. I'm excited. You're excited. We're all excited.
Why are you excited?
Because I like hockey.
Oh.
I know my team's not in there, but I like hockey.
All right.
I like watching playoff hockey.
Who's your team?
Montreal.
And who's your team, Scott?
Toronto, Winnipeg, anyone who's winning.
Cheater.
Anyone who's winning.
Anyone
He
who's
likes
winning.
the Tampa Bay Lightning as well, so.
Okay. I think I should be afforded this as a, almost lifelong Leafs fan.
Yeah.
So many years of futility. I should
So
be
many
able
years.
to cheer for two teams that are winning to make up for all those years of misery.
I mean,
Should I not?
No.
they're the Leafs, so they're probably going to, they're a Toronto sports team. They're going to flame out
They're
the
going to
first
be out
round.
in 4
Yeah.
games. Yeah, no.
They're not going to.
What?
You think so? Against Boston?
I give them 2. I think it'll be 6 tops.
They're going to, get out on the ice and be like, ah! And
That's, I don't get it.
That is them.
That was
That's
pretty
what they
much
do.
how they looked in the regular season.
It's like the Raptors.
Boston!
Yeah. The Raptors are the same way. It's like they can kick ass. Can I say ass?
Yeah, sure.
You
Gas
just did twice.
in the regular season, and then the minute they step onto the playoff floor, they're like, ah!
They
I
beat
don't
the Eastern
understand
Conference
it.
Finals the last 2 years in a row.
Yeah, they're awful. And then they got beat by one man, literally one man.
Well, it's not literally one man because we saw that LeBron James can't carry a team. Lakers didn't make the playoffs.
No, it's true. Good point. Good point.
Jesse knows some
Yeah,
things about stuff.
Magic also quit.
Yeah, he stepped down as president. But we're talking about the Stanley Cup playoffs,
Right,
not
sorry.
the James Naismith Cup playoffs.
Well,
So games tonight, Columbus, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, New York, St. Louis, Winnipeg, Dallas, Nashville, and Vegas and San Jose. Got to take T-Bay throughout that entire thing.
well, yeah.
I don't think I see, and that's the thing. I'm excited to watch some playoff hockey, but the Tampa Bay Lightning tied for the most wins in
We all know
NHL
what's gonna
history.
happen.
Kucherov had the most points of any Russian player ever, which is insane given the company he's with. So yeah, you got to take T-Bay. I like Pittsburgh because I just like Pittsburgh. I'll cheer for Winnipeg over St. Louis.
Well,
Dallas and Nashville, I could not care less about.
so traditional Canadian, hockey fan standard is that if your team is not in the playoffs,
Yeah, you pick.
or even
Canadian
if you're
team.
just like a casual, hockey fan, you don't really care. Maybe you don't even have a team. You pick a Canadian team
Of course,
that you want to see thrive. So who is your Canadian team?
Calgary and Winnipeg.
You got to pick one.
No, I don't.
You can't be me.
I can be
You
whatever
can't cheer
I
for
want.
2 teams.
Scott, I have every day I come in, and how can it be more like Scott? And this is one of those ways. I'm going to pick 2 Canadian teams
Okay.
in the playoffs.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a good start.
It's a little sticky I put in my mirror every morning. It's like, be Lecter.
All right, we will need to talk about that a little
All
more.
right.
Unpack that a bit.
That's right.
Chrissy,
So
who you got?
I got a wig and everything.
I'm not even thinking about hockey. I just saw this picture of
black
this
hole?
black hole and thought that it looked like a different kind of hole.
Good Lord.
A 5-hole?
A 5-hole?
Yeah, that.
Yeah. The middle of a
Right
donut?
through the 5-hole.
There you go.
Timbit.
All right. Timbit. Yeah. Timbit hole.
I don't
you got-
I don't. I'm not really into teams. I like players.
God,
I like watching.
You're so complex.
Such a dick.
Okay, I don't think you can say that one.
It's just an body part.
Yes,
which
it is.
I'm on a roll of body parts. Anyways, I don't know. That's a good question. So normally my
So glad
tact
we brought this up.
with sports is to, if Greg, my significant other, for those who don't know who Greg is, likes a team like the Canucks, for instance.
Ew.
Exactly. but whatever. I will cheer purposefully like against that team.
Very
So like he
Just to
really,
spice it up.
for instance, he really does not like Tom Brady, therefore does not like the Patriots. So
Right.
I will always cheer for the Patriots.
Fair enough.
Right? Like so that's kind
Good
of
call.
the tack that I take. And I don't know who he would be cheering for in this playoff. So I don't know who to cheer for. Against, yeah, exactly. So I'll wait and see who he's going for, and then I'll pick the other team.
I think that's better. You know what? I mean, I think that's better than just kind of like cheering for the team that you don't know anything about the sport. It's like, oh, my boyfriend likes this team or my girlfriend likes this team, so I'm going to cheer for them like kind of like disingenuously. Disingenuously. Oh, right. Oh, right. That's enough. That is enough. You and your 4-letter words and your larger, more complicated words.
This is why you don't invite me on, because all I do, I come in here once every 3 months and just
Yeah, I think you've used the word
the
arbiter,
piss. Yeah.
and then you also said the D word. So you are ping-ponging back between respectable and just trash.
I'm garbage. I'm a garbage human. Yeah. No argument.
Thanks for your pick for the Stanley Cup playoffs, Chrissy. This has been a great convo.
Well, so you said you cheer for players instead of teams.
I like Chara because he's like a giant. He's like 8 feet tall. I'm into that.
Yeah, okay.
I'm really into that.
Okay, that gives me a little bit more perspective into other things about you as well.
You don't cheer based on I sometimes when it gets to the Stanley Cup Finals and none of my teams are inevitably in it. I kind of look at both teams and I'm like, you know what? I'd like to see that guy get a Stanley Cup. I'd like to see him. Get a Stanley
or
Okay.
I tend to like underdogs. Like I'll always be like, no, that team's not supposed to win. Cool. Like I hope they win.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
whatever the story is. I mean, I'm kind of a sucker for that.
Yeah. So you're cheering for the Leafs then?
Because they've been marked as underdogs.
Massive.
They
underdogs.
are. They are. They say they're not, but they absolutely are.
Oh, they
So
are.
who's the player this year that needs a Stanley Cup?
Well, Steven Stamkos.
He doesn't need one.
He has not got one.
He's been in the league 8 years. Once he's 15 years, it'd be like,
okay,
right,
so
maybe.
you mean like a grizzled vet who's at the end of his rope?
Yeah, I want someone grizzled.
Okay. Well, who can we go for then?
I don't know.
Dustin Byfuglien.
The buffer.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's got a cup.
is that how you say his
Oh,
name?
he does have a cup.
Yeah,
You're right. Yeah,
he's got a cup. What are you
that's
talking
right.
about?
It's not Byfuglien. It's
That's how
Byfuglien.
I would say it.
That's right. That's how
It's like
everybody says
the
it.
Worcestershire.
Yeah, that's right.
of
I mean-
hockey.
Yeah, okay. Nuts to the Jets.
Yeah,
Byfuglien
yeah.
doesn't need a
Yeah,
cup.
yeah. I mean, he
who
is
else a
Byfuglien,
good option. James Neal, the Calgary Flames.
He's also got one.
Does he?
Yeah,
Where did he
Pittsburgh.
win a cup?
09.
Was he?
Oh,
with
okay.
Oh, no, he
Guys.
came in the year after that. Never
Yeah,
mind.
I don't
This
think
is
so.
like the most boring conversation about random sports.
Let's throw in some more expletives.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
Of course, we know that Game of Thrones returns this Sunday. We have started rewatching season 7 again, because why not? Why not be completely caught up? You're all caught up now, yes?
We are caught up. Yes.
Okay. I was part of a death pool that I didn't
Participate in?
well, I forgot. And I didn't get my picks in. Adrian even gave me an extra day, and I was like, yeah, totally do it. And then I forgot.
You're the worst.
I am not a great friend. But so she
Okay,
gave out the
so-
list of all the remaining characters, all the remaining major players.
Okay.
And basically, what we're supposed to do is just pick who's going to survive and who's going to die.
So who would you have picked?
I was okay. Let me just
Bring up your desk
I
here.
will. Let me just look at this.
In the meantime, I will say I'm a little concerned about this season, and specifically regarding my watching of it. Mostly
What?
because the episodes all air Sunday nights.
Yes.
We have a group who is planning to watch them all together.
Oh, that's a terrible idea.
I mean, in
Sorry.
theory, it sounds fun.
Sorry, that's a terrible idea.
It's a great group.
I'm sure it is.
Great
all great
group of
people.
kids.
Great people. All. I can't watch stuff like that because people will talk or ask questions.
Well,
or-
that's natural, and
It's-
that's
it's
fine.
unnatural and it shouldn't be happening. What am I supposed to tell my kids? Huh? What am I supposed to tell my kids when people start talking during GOT episodes?
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Right.
Anyway, so I'm concerned because they air on Sunday nights, but we, due to our social calendars, are not going to be able to watch them all
Why?
together on
Why?
Sunday night.
Oh, because your social calendar.
Social calendar.
Oh.
I'm concerned that I will not be able to be on the internet for the days fall. We're planning on watching them on Tuesday nights. But I'm not going to be able to even go on Facebook for Monday.
A terrible, terrible idea.
I'm concerned.
Why not just not do the group thing instead? Why not just not do that?
Because we've already committed.
No, you haven't.
We have.
You haven't.
We
Because
have.
it hasn't even happened yet.
It hasn't, but the commitment has happened.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
You can't?
No, the last time we tried to watch it with other people, they just talked the entire time, and it was the worst.
You want to call them out right now by name?
Well, I'm not going to call them out by name.
You can go ahead.
No.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. It was just they were friends, and they were friends.
And now they're not.
Friends from the South, and now they're just cut out of our lives. And that's, I mean, it's painful to excise toxic people from your life.
Yes.
But it's necessary
It
for
is.
you to move forward.
Yes.
And become Crystal. I think is that the goal?
Need to worry about you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Self-care is paramount. I can't have people that tell me no in my life. That's toxic to me.
I've tried.
That's right. That's right. You've told me no many times. And I haven't excised you just yet. It's coming. It's coming.
I mean, we're not watching Game of Thrones together.
That's right. We're not. I am rarely invited over to your house. I did notice that I was invited to the birthday fire, though, which is not at your house. And it's next to a fire, which is, I feel like that's a safe place for me to be at a party of yours.
Next to a
Just
fire?
Push me into a fire whenever I get too annoying.
You move pretty good, though. We've
I'm
talked
light on my
about
feet.
this before. You jump right over that
I'd
fire.
probably jump right over that fire and then trip and then fall into it.
All right.
So I
you're
can't find my list here, but okay.
You can't find your
I
list.
can't find it. It's
Not
fine.
only did you not get back to them, you can't even find your list.
It's in Messenger. For whatever reason, I can't search Messenger. Give me a second.
Oh, my God.
Just talk amongst yourselves.
Well, this better be good.
Oh, Corinne wants to know if you want anything. You don't. Good.
I would love a coffee.
Oh, really?
That'd be good.
Okay. Let me just let me get that. But we'll get that after.
Half sugar, 2 cream.
Half sugar, 2 creams.
Yeah, that's right. We're giving our coffee orders over the air.
This is good stuff.
Mornings at the cabin.
Okay, so but I mean, this is important. This is Game of Thrones stuff. So I got the whole list here, and I mean, there's like 20 different characters that are listed here.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
John's gonna die.
Jon Snow?
Jon Snow will die.
You know nothing.
Arya Stark's gonna die. Bran will not die. Davos dead. Brienne of Tarth dead.
Which one's Davos?
Shut up. Tormund Giantsbane dead. Beric Dondarrion again dead. The Hound dead. Ed.
It rhymes with dead.
Ed's gonna survive. Gendry dead. Samwell, he lives. I don't think you can kill Sam. I don't think you can kill Sam. I really don't. That means Gilly's got to stay alive. Daenerys dead. Jorah dead. Varys dead.
Daenerys?
No,
What?
Varys.
No, you said Daenerys.
Daenerys has to die. She
Does
almost
she?
has to die.
Why?
Okay, because like neither Jon Snow or Daenerys is Azor Ahai. Their baby will be Azor Ahai, the prince that was promised. So they can both die and not have any effect on anything.
You'd swear I don't even watch the show.
Yeah, I know. I would swear. Yeah. Melisandre dead. Grey Worm dead. Missandei dead. Tyrion Lannister.
He's got to live.
I think he's going to live. Jaime dead. Cersei dead. Qyburn dead. Mountain already dead, but dead again. Bronn dead. Theon dead. Actually, Theon might survive. Yara dead. Euron dead. Drogon dead. Ghost dead. Night King survives.
So that's how it ends.
Maybe. Yeah. With just the Night King going, well.
All right. Well, that was a good battle.
That was a good battle.
On with life.
Yeah, it'll just end like
Or
Avengers
death.
Infinity War. We'll just sit down and kind of smile at his farm. This is nice.
See,
Half the world is gone.
This is why. So I was invited to that death pool too.
Yeah.
Here's why I didn't join. Not because I forgot.
Yes.
It's because half of those characters that you just rattled off,
You don't even know.
I don't even know who they are.
You are caught up and you don't even know what the hell you're caught up on.
I've watched every episode
Good Lord.
up to this point, and like in condensed form, not even, spread out over 10 years or however long this series has been running now. 7 years? I don't know. How long's it been running?
What's it? Season 8?
Yeah.
And it
Starting
skipped
like
1 year, so 9 years.
12?
9 years.
Something like that?
9 years, I
Okay.
just said.
And and half the names you mentioned, I was just like, I've never heard that name before.
Oh, my
Yep,
God.
okay. No clue who that is.
Well, I hope you guys have fun, like, watching it with a bunch of people who don't know what they're talking about.
But we'll all not know what we're... Well, this is the thing, though. One of the members of our group
has read all the books.
Well, I think she's read all the books, and she just, like, she can be not even paying attention, and she just knows what's going on. She's like cross-stitching as the
Sam?
episode. No, not Sam.
No.
Sam's somewhat in my camp where
It's like, this all sounds great.
yeah, it's like I have a general idea of what's happening, but that just completely eluded me.
Fair enough.
She'll be like cross-stitching, and then something will happen, and we'll be like, what? That doesn't make sense. She'll be like, oh, no, it's because this, and this.
Yeah, and
like,
that's why
okay,
I've got
thank
Phoenix,
you.
I've got Phoenix for that, because she knows the entire history, because it's just an incredibly dense history.
Yeah.
To have someone be like, oh, that's significant because of this, and this happened 8,000 years ago. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh.
And Nicole's really good at that too. So
Well,
it's nice. I've got a backup in
There you
case in case my first go-to
Instead
doesn't
of,
have an
in
answer
case all
written
your
there.
social calendars don't line up and you can't watch an episode for like a week.
That's right.
Anyway, I wish I had friends. That's my controversial take, though. I think Theon might survive just because he's been through so much, and then he's kind of redeemed himself.
Yeah. Well, he's already dead
But
inside.
The thing that gets said in either the first or second season or third. Actually, I think Ramsay Snow says it. Maybe season 3, and he says, if you think this has a happy ending, you're not paying attention.
Right.
So I don't think there's anything happy that's going to happen. I think maybe everyone just dies.
What a terrifying character.
My
wonderful
God. Stuff. Wonderful stuff. Release the hounds.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast was recorded before a sort of live, thankfully not in the studio, audience.
NASA released the first ever image of a black hole. The first ever one ever taken. Up until, I think, like, these were theoretical up until yesterday. I mean, not really. No, but they were theoretical not very long ago. And now we have a picture of one. It's blurry, as most space pictures are. Now there is a rendered one of what it possibly looks like, and someone pointed out that it looks like the City of Ottawa logo, which is hilarious because
it's true. It does.
It does.
Yep.
And Ottawa is a black hole.
It is.
You hear that, Ottawa?
I'm from there,
I know.
and 100% it's a black hole.
Yeah, there you
It's literally digged in, like it's a cave, like it's a cavern, like
go.
they
It sucks
just,
in all life, money,
Light.
matter.
100%.
Matter.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
but they still have Uber Eats and they have a bunch of other stuff.
But they've got Uber Eats. So
and Uber.
So it's not
and-
all bad.
No,
It's not all bad.
that's literally what I'm so excited about. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get back and I'm gonna get Uber Eats and it's gonna be the greatest thing in my life. Oh, I'm excited.
Get a car.
Wow, that's expensive.
It's really not. The cost of ownership on a brand new vehicle is actually considerably low.
Yeah,
Don't
probably
get
like
him
10 grand.
Don't get him started.
Yeah, I'll just like turn into Harry Potter and go into like Gringotts and get all my money that I have and buy a car.
I don't understand that reference.
You know, you don't have to buy a car all at once, right? Like, it's a finance thing. Like, you
Yeah,
just put
well,
down a little bit of money.
I could be spending it on other things.
Like,
They're really
like
good at
Uber.
putting together options for you.
Yeah.
Shut your
I love
No.
options.
No thanks.
I like the options. Who doesn't like options?
Thank you. Thank you for just like, yeah.
If you need a car, Jesse can hook you up.
That's right. I will show you options. Okay, so the first ever picture of a black hole surrounded by a halo of bright gas pulled in by the hole's gravity. Oof. That
does sound like
sounds
Ottawa.
like a fun Friday night. Astronomers took this photo, and now this thing is immensely far away and also immensely immense. It is 40 billion kilometers across, 3 million times the size of Earth, and it has a mass of 6.5 billion times that of the sun. How far is it away? It's a journey. 500 million trillion kilometers. How do we even have light from it from that far away? That seems odd. Also,
It does.
that black hole is most likely gone if we captured the light from it with a satellite, and it's 500 million trillion kilometers away.
Also,
Or it's gotten bigger.
you know what it is?
That's right.
It's the Death Star.
It could be
100%. It's like
Well,
the
that's what a
start
black
of
hole
Star
is, right?
Wars.
The death of a star.
the death of a star. That's how. That's how.
So
theoretically
literally,
they
you are
created.
correct. It is a
That's right.
death.
A
A
death.
death.
That's how
star.
I want to. That's how I want to die. To be sucked into a black hole.
Well, you're
Really?
going back to Ottawa. So,
Well,
well, you mentioned something when we were talking about this, is that like you would be perfectly content floating around in space, and I said no,
100%.
you would be dead. And then we kind of all agreed that like, well, if you're dead, you're probably pretty content.
this is why I said that you mentioned off the top that on Corinne's last day, we're just going to let her just open up her mic and let her say whatever. Yeah. This is why I said that's irresponsible.
No, it's not. 100%.
The things that come out of this girl's mouth are sometimes just mind-boggling.
Well,
my friends would agree.
She's got her finger on the pulse of the internet. Every morning she comes in here and is like, did you hear this one? Did you hear this one? Like, no. What dark corners are you finding yourself in at 3 o'clock in the morning? You go down to this YouTube hole and you come...
the YouTube hole.
You come out saying things like, I think floating around in space would be pretty great. I think being out there alone with nobody around and no sound and no air would be awesome.
But there was a wisdom to it because, as we said, you would because you'd be dead. So if you're dead, there's no worries.
That's right.
There's no stresses. So really, you actually would be content in a roundabout
way. It's getting very, very dark.
If you want something really weird, when I was in acting school, we had to come up with our own story. So we had to
your birth story.
No, it was like our own play that we would put together. And there was a kid in our class, and he came up with a play where Trump and Putin were in love.
That's not really his life. That's an odd one to pick.
Yeah, and he made this whole entire story about how Trump and Putin were in love, and they were time traveling to be with one another. It was the weirdest thing I think I've ever.
What does this have to do with anything?
Look forward to more
Look
of that.
Look forward to Friday morning. Corinne's taking over, and it's just going to be non sequiturs, stream of consciousness. It's going to be pretty great.
It is.
Glimpse into the mind of a 26-year-old.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm getting older by the minute.
It is scattershot.
You should know that I am terrified of dying. That is my biggest fear.
Jesus.
It is. It's literally my phobia.
Well, at least you're there. I mean, when you're a teenager, you don't think you can die. When you're in your 20s, you don't really think about it. I'm in my 30s now, and I'm like...
I've been thinking about it since I was 10.
Okay. All right. So tune in for more of that
also,
Friday morning.
Will you let me pick the song?
No.
Absolutely not.
No, absolutely not. No, not at all.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca.